Hey guys, this is MGG206. I'm going to do a quick review on the Primos deer hunting calls. I've got two of them here. I've got the little Shawty, hands-free low call, and I've got the Uproar, which I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to start with the little Shawty. It is, like I said, a hands-free call. It's about the size of a chapstick container, and it's got 5 specific settings for it. You have a mature deer, a mature buck, young deer, doe grunt, doe bleat, and the Estes bleat. And each specific one, like I'll go all the way down to the mature buck. It goes all the way, gives it the most read, giving it this deep tone. And then I'll go ahead and skip all the way up to the doe bleat because those are the most too common. And this is great for if you're bow hunting, because like say you're at a full draw and the buck's walking by or a deer's walking by, and you don't think they're going to stop. You know, this can always be in your mouth while you're at full draw, just in case. You know. Just enough to get him to stop. And so I really like this little call. Alright, now I'm going to go on to the Uproar, the big call, the mother of all calls. It's got a it's got a grunt call. Also built into it is a doe bleat and even yet a wheeze. And I'm going to start with the buck grunt. By the way, the end is completely silicone, so you can squeeze it to adjust the sound. Now, a really interesting thing about this call is notice on a regular grunt call how when you blow harder, like normally you just kind of grunt. Well, when you blow harder, it sounds like a duck. And it goes higher. This one does not do that. It stays the same pitch, only gets louder. Rather than this one not getting any louder, this one simply changes the pitch and goes higher pitched on you. It sounds terrible. Now another really cool thing about this one is you can also roar with this one, which I don't believe you actually can with this one. It sounds terrible. Unlike this one where you can actually roar. Which you'll hear when a buck is chasing a doe. So there's a couple of cool features about the built-in buck call, the grunt call. Here is the doe bleat, and the doe bleat actually, this air actually exits from the top of the call here. I'll show you that. And it's really nice because you can cup your hand over and change the sound extremely easily. It's easy to get a hang of, and like I said, it exits in a different area. It exits from the top here. Alright, now get on to the wheeze. The wheeze you'll hear is like right before they're about to fight, two bucks, right before they're about to fight, or right as it's kind of a challenge, basically, which this is pretty much the same thing here. It's kind of an aggressive deal, except this is between when they're actually going to fight. They'll wheeze at each other. Fight, or if he just wants to be really aggressive at the time. Or it'll vary with different deer, you know. It's kind of an exhale, kind of through their teeth. Except this sounds like a deer. And it's really not very loud in real life, which this is actually pretty loud. So I'm really impressed with that. Well, I'd say these calls are generally going to be better than most other calls, because most of your other calls are well, they're just not in as good a quality. I mean, they work, but not all of them have this combination. Like I said, this one's got 3 different calls, and also this one can roar. A very realistic roar. This one's hands-free, and it has 5 specific sounds. So I'd say if you want to get a good call, go pick these up. This one is only $6. You can get it in Walmart, Academy, wherever. And it's called the Lil Shawty, and it's a really, really good call. And if this would be great for bow hunting, it's also good for gun hunting. But if you're going to go out and risk trying to call one in from 200 yards all the way out that distance, this one's a lot louder than this one here, and I think it's still set on doe bleed. As opposed to this one's a lot louder. And like I said, the buck, the adult, the mature buck grunt calling here is very realistic, just like this one. But this one can go a lot louder, because this one will do the same thing as this call here when you go hard enough. But this one, you can go really loudly. So yeah, go pick some of these up. They're great calls. This one straps to your arm. It's kind of neat. It's also got rings for a lanyard if you like it around your neck. I kind of like this design here because it's out of the way and it's not hanging around your neck, and and it's out of the way, and it's also just kind of easy to get to. Just if you want to do it fast, maybe you're about to shoot and all of a sudden you need to do it real quick. Of course, you can always just reach over. Just once to get him to stop. So go pick some of these up. This one's about $16, and this one's about $6 or $7, and they're a great combination. And this one here, you can have a whole battle going on. You can have a doe running around, a buck chasing it, another one challenging that buck. You can have antlers going on. There'll be a fight. You can have like World War III going on in the woods with this thing. It's pretty cool. So go pick some of these up. This is MGG206 doing some reviews on some calls.